Okay, I'm going to show off the functionality of our web application. First is for a guest user. A guest user will be prompted with a QR code for the enclosure they're entering from a volunteer or the person leading them into the enclosure. When they follow the QR code, they will be brought to this page. This is specific for the facility they're at. This one will be the Iowa State facility. From here, I just enter my name and enter as a guest. I'll be prompted to enter tags for butterflies that I see within the enclosure. So for example, if I see a butterfly with the tag ABC, I can enter that and confirm. And I'll be displayed a image of the species of the butterfly that I just tagged along with its common name and species name. And I can submit another if I'd like, or I can be done. If I'm an admin, I can come to the admin login page and log in to my facility through my authenticated account and be brought to the admin homepage. First, I'll register a butterfly. So when the facility is tagging their butterflies and going to release them into the enclosure on the web application, they would register that butterfly. So if I'm marking a butterfly with the tag EE, I will select the species that it is, and then I would submit that butterfly. I can then go back and I can cite that butterfly in the same way a guest or a docent would. The unique part about admins is they can select the exact date and time for the citing if they would like. From here, I'll confirm the citing and we can see the new butterfly we just cited. I can also mark a butterfly as deceased. So the one I just created, if I wanted to mark it as deceased, I would go here and do that. When I'm accessing data, I will be displayed all the citing entries for my facility and the appropriate tags and species and all the information about them. Here I can filter by a numerous amount of things. For example, I'll just filter by the tag code of the butterfly I had just created and cited, and we'll see the creation and the citing of the butterfly and then the status of the butterfly and other extra information over here. When I'm generating a report, I can generate a report based on a number of things and then also select extra modifiers to be displayed, like how long did a butterfly live with a specific tag code. I can update my facility, so the tagging image and logo image along with the name that is displayed to guest users, the ID, and then the about page or description of your facility. This is also where you get your guest login QR code able to download. When we go back, we can create users. So if I wanted to create a docent account for one of my volunteers, I could come here, select the role docent, and create them an account that they can log into for my facility. When I go back, I can also import butterflies based on previous butterfly information they might have had before using the web application. If I go back and log into a super admin account, here I will be displayed with the same admin homepage with a few extra things. On the add, edit, delete species, this is the species of butterflies objects for the entire web application. So I can edit some, whether I want to display something else as the common name, or I want to add a species, or delete a species that's in the list. I can do that here. I can also access data differently. I can access data from any domain. So right now, you can see I'm looking at data from my domain. If I want to include multiple domains, I can do that by doing this. Add another domain, apply the filters, and you'll see I'll have citings from the Iowa State University as well as the poster presentation domain, and I can do that for any number of domains. On generate report, I can also filter any report by domains and be given a list of all the domains that are currently active. I can change passwords for users if a password was forgotten. I can also create other super admin roles and create users on any domain or facility. I can create new facilities, so if I want to register a new enclosure that's going to be using the application, here I can specify their tagging structure. If they use different tag colors to show unique butterflies, I can do that. Let's just add red, blue, and green. If they're using different shapes, I can select different shapes. So say square and circle tags. And I can select different foreground colors. This is if they're using different text colors on tags to be unique. Here I can select the different tagging options that they use for their code. If they only use uppercase, then I will allow uppercase and nothing else. If they only use numbers, I'll use numbers and nothing else, or any combination of them. For now, I will just do only numbers. This is the length of the code, so let's say it's 3 numbers, 3. I will fill in the about for the facility. I will make a test user for them that will be auto created as a facility admin. I will enter the facility name and their ID. And then I will also have to add a tagging guide image and a logo image. For now, I will just use a default, just for an example, image. And then here I could make this domain. So domain created successfully, user created. Now if I want to go log in to the user on the domain facility I just created, I can do that, and will be displayed with the images I just selected for placeholders. I can register butterflies. We did the background color of the tag as long as with the shape of the tag, so I get extra options. So let's just make a blue square tag for a 111 because we only have numbers. Do that, add that new butterfly. Great. Can go back and I can tag that butterfly. You can see the tagging screen for both admins, guests, or docents will be changed to have the additional options that they selected when setting up this facility. So I had butterfly 1111, it was blue, and it was a square tag. I will confirm that, and it'll be displayed the butterfly that I just saw in the exact same way as before. Additionally, on access data, we can see that I made a square 111 tag, so these will update accordingly. If I go back to my super admin account, I can access data for a facility. If I wanted to look at that facility I just made as a super admin, I can see it here, and I can also include other facilities like maybe the facility I'm at. Apply those filters so it'll show me everything, and then along with the new ones I just made on this new facility.